Hi folks, I hope that you guys are doing pretty well. So today is Wednesday, the 7th of February 2024. This video is going to be my 39th World First Biblical Deciphering. So in today's video, I want to decipher for you in the book of Isaiah chapter 41, okay? So head over to Isaiah, the book of Isaiah, and go over to chapter 41. And I want to decipher for you verses 8 all the way to verse 20, okay? Now, these are all prophecies from 8 to 20 for the millennial kingdom of Christ. Okay, now just to keep this video short so that I can keep your interest, I want you guys to go ahead and read for yourselves verses 8 to 10. They are pretty straightforward, they are all for the millennial kingdom, but I will be reading from verse 11 all the way to 20 because I have my some notes here on some very key points that I want to highlight in these verses from 11 to 20. Okay, now let us read them from verse 11. And it says, Behold, all that they were incensed against thee. So it's talking about the Israel's enemy. All that they were incensed against thee, meaning Israel, shall be ashamed and confounded. They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. So of course, when we come back with Jesus for the battle of Armageddon at the end of the millennial kingdom, Jesus is going to defeat uh, all these nations that have come in this battle, if you like, in the battle of Armageddon. In other words, all of Israel's enemy. He's going to wipe them out. He's going to put the Antichrist and the false prophet into the lake of fire and brimstone, and the devil, he's going to burn him up into the bottomless pit. Okay. And then if we go over to verse 12, it reads, Thou shalt seek them. This is meaning Israel. Israel shall seek them and shall not find them, even them that contended with thee. They that war against thee shall be as nothing, okay? And as a thing of naught, okay? So think of Jesus' judgment in the valley of Jehoshaphat or the Kidron Valley, okay? In other words, the judgment of the sheep and the goats, only those nations that will go to Israel will enter into the millennial kingdom. And those that have come against Israel will perish and be as nothing. Okay. Verse 13, pretty straightforward. For I, the Lord thy God, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, Fear not, I will help thee. Okay, so we know that Jesus is going to restore Israel. Verse 14, Fear not, thou worm Jacob, meaning Israel, and you men of Israel, I will help thee, said the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. So, of course, Jesus coming to rule for the millennial kingdom, he's going to be Israel's Savior, the Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel, meaning the King of Israel. Verse 15, Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff. So basically, Jesus is going to give the Jewish people to be productive farmers, okay? It says here, thou shalt thresh the mountains, so it's going to give them a commandment, to be productive farmers, if you like, and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff, okay? Verse 16 then, thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them, and thou shalt rejoice in the Lord, and shalt glory in the Holy One of Israel. So practically the Jewish people will rejoice in the Lord, in Jesus, as Jesus is the King of Israel, the Holy One of Israel. Okay. Verse 17, when the poor and needy seek water, and there is none, and their tongue fileth for thirst, I, the Lord, will hear them. I, the God of Israel, will not forsake them. So God is going to be looking after his own people. Now, verses 18 to 20 then, this is Jesus supernaturally altering the land and restoring the land of Israel, because look what it says here. This is all supernatural, of course. This I here is Jesus, okay? And here too. I had to give these verses a rethink, you know, because look what it says here, and I tell you why. I will open the rivers in high places, and fountains in the midst of the valleys. I will make the wilderness a pool of water, and the dry land springs of water. Okay, so this is something that Jesus is going to supernaturally do, altering the land of Israel. Okay, opening up rivers in high places and fountains in the midst of the valleys, and so on. So the fact that it's called the eye here, if we take this to be literal, then this is what Jesus is going to be doing, supernaturally altering the land. Only Jesus can do this, can open up rivers in high places. So this is Jesus doing this. Now, verse 19, the eye as well, meaning Jesus. I will plant in the wilderness the cedar, the cheetah tree, and the myrtle, and the oil tree. I will set in the desert the fir tree, and the pine, and the box tree together. So I wrote here, uh, Jesus restoring the land, planting trees. The fact that it's called eye, if we take the eye to be literal, then this is what Jesus is going to be doing himself. Um, I guess you might want to think, perhaps he might give the commandment, to the Jewish people to do that for him. But the fact that he's saying I have to give this a bit of a rethink. Is Jesus going to do it? Because if you read verse 20, he's going to be doing both of this supernaturally. The fact that it's called the eye, because if you read verse 20, says that they might see and know and consider and understand together that the hand of the Lord has done this. So the fact that it's got the eye here and the eye here in 18 and 19, the people in Israel will know that the hand of the Lord has done this. So we have to take this literal, that Jesus is going to be doing this. Okay, the Holy One of Israel had created it. Okay, so of course this is going to happen during the millennial kingdom. All these prophecies from verse 8 all the way to 20, I really had to give verse 19 a bit of a rethink, because I thought to myself that perhaps Jesus will give the commandment for the Jewish people to plant all these trees, the cedar, the cheetah, the myrtle, and so on, and the old tree, and so on, restoring the land. But I think it's important to take it literal, because it's got the eye here, eye, and the fact that people are going to see, okay, and know and consider that it was the hand of God, if you like, or the Lord that has done this. Okay, so I'm going to take this literally, that is Jesus, okay, doing this. Of course, Jesus will easily give the commandment to the Jewish people to do this. I had to give this one a bit of a rethink, but I'm convinced now that it's going to be Jesus, the eye, so that people might see that it's the Lord that has done this. So I just want to finish up with saying this. So yeah, folks, just to recap, 8 to 20 on Isaiah 41, all for the millennial kingdom of Christ. Thanks for watching, folks, and I'll talk to you guys later.